I wanted to make a video about things that I think need to be improved in the finals, especially with the season 6 upcoming. This is just going to be me talking and very little editing if possible. I don't want to edit a lot for this video, so it's just going to be me ranting about stuff. Some of these ideas might have already been taken and said by other people, other YouTubers, other Redditors, other Discorders, other Firefoxers, I don't know. But the point is, if I've said your thing, I'm sorry. I'm just repeating things maybe. Maybe it's because I've seen things from a video before. Whatever, I'm rambling at this point. All right, so my first change would be making Riot Shield and swords deflect part of melee weapons. I don't know if this is already happening, but it would be nice that if I parry it with a shield up, for example, when a hammer's hitting me, it does less damage. I don't know, maybe it already does that. Maybe make it do less, because I feel like right now, running a Riot Shield against a sledgehammer guy just means that you will always lose. You will always die. And then things like fire damage, you just take the burning damage that comes from after that fire damage, or you get reduced damage, so it only does 70% instead of the entire 100% it was doing. Again, I don't know if these changes are already kind of in the game, but it doesn't feel like it. I just am tired of dying when I run Riot Shield and swords. The other thing would be lockbolt, winch, glitch traps, any of them, making them have counters with punches. So for example, if they bring back the stun gun, maybe it charges and you can hear it charge and you can see it. You know, it like starts to sparkle or something. And then you know that you have about like 0.5 seconds to just punch. If you punch, it will reflect it back at the enemy so that you don't just get f***ed on for no reason. Same thing with the winch claw. It has a slight delay and then you see it coming, you punch it, and now it's, I don't know, winch them, maybe not winch them, but like stuns them or something, you know? Lockbolt, they shoot at the ground, you see it charge up for a second, punch it back at it, maybe now it lockbolts them. I just think you could do a bunch with punches as a counter. I get like if an enemy comes up behind you and just attacks you and you don't see it coming, then that's on you. That's your lack of situational awareness. But if you see an enemy coming right at you and they just stun you and kill you, it's annoying that you've had no chance to be able to fight back. Reducing lockbolt health to like one shot. This is annoying, especially with the what's not the nerf, the opposite of the nerf, the buff with the lockbolt. It's really good now. I would say too good. And you just die if you get hit with it, especially with the guy with the sledgehammer. He's just gonna kill you. So it'd be really cool if you just hit it once with a gun and then it stops, because it has so much health right now. It has way too much health to destroy. This one I really like. Giving light a healing option that's like a grenade, so like a vanishing bomb. So you throw it at somebody and maybe they get a burst regen of health. You get 2 of these and they get 50 health, but it's gained over like half a second or a second, you know? Maybe when they get shot, it interrupts the regen. I'm not sure. I don't really know, but it would be really cool to have the light be a supportive player. Throw a little health grenade. This one's really dumb. Make like a mine or a C4 that shoots out goop. Reason is just because it's funny. Allow console players to see messages and global chat option. That way I can talk shit to my team whenever I'm disappointed or upset, you know? And then also, depending on how toxic we want to make the game, implement that thing that like Call of Duty does whenever you kill the other enemy, you can like hear them for 2 seconds raging. Could be funny, just could be funny, that's all. And a global chat option, just make it so I can also talk shit globally, you know, because it's funny, that's all. This one, oh my God, make a stamina meter for throwing knives and any new weapon that they decide to make that you can just constantly spam. I think maybe the bow and arrow could use something like this, but I don't know, it's fine, it's slow enough. But the freaking throwing knives, dude, they don't stop. They just keep throwing like ching, 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 ching. So do you have no way of like countering it? You can't wait until they're gonna reload like a regular gun or anything. So just have like a stamina bar that if they abuse it too much, they have cooldown like the healing beam or something. This one might get some hate. Power shift, make it a bigger platform. Put like 2 things of cover in the middle of it. Like imagine 2 T's on top of it, like a T facing one way and a T facing the other way, like a mirror of it. And you can hide behind that cover. And if you shoot that cover enough, like the enemy team shoots that cover, then it disappears, you know? Then that cover maybe comes back after a bit of time. There's a big reason I have behind this is getting on the platform and power shift is boring. You just stand on a platform, you hold like a flamethrower or a sledgehammer and you just wait for people to attack you. And then you die because you have 5 people trying to target you while you're standing there, while your lights on your team are just running around farming kills. So have something more with power shift where it's not you just standing there. Give me cover to run in between. Make it a little bit bigger so I can run around and hide behind things a little bit. Motion in the finals is what makes this game the most fun for me. I love to be able to run through things and hide and jump through windows and do all this stuff, but you just can't do any of that when you're just standing on a platform. Make the cover even like waist high. I'm not asking for a lot, so you can crouch and slide between it. Just something to do on the platform. Make other game modes. Simple. Make a 5v5 type thing, a 4v4. Instead of just all doing World Tour with 3 people or Quick Cache, the fun game modes that have a point, make that same concept, but make it 5v5, like the final match of a World Tour, but it's 5v5. Maybe make a 10v10, a capture the flag type thing. Or free for all. Speaking of free for all, I just want Shipment from Call of Duty. Just give me Shipment. I want instant respawns and everybody just dying all the time. That would just be fun. A free-for-all, 8 people, 10 people just running in and dying a lot. Allow setting the online status. Sometimes I just want to hop in for a game and I don't want to get invites and then be like, oh, I can't, you know, I just feel rude. I feel rude ignoring it. So just give me the option to turn off my status. Make the invites within the in-game more apparent so I see that invite. Make it so I can accept it while I'm in the game. When I die, it shows me, hey, this person invited you. And I go, oh, okay, let me just accept that or deny. Add skill-based matchmaking to casual modes. Skill-based matchmaking, I think, is a thing in this game. I don't know. I think there's just not enough people, but do it better. I'm just tired. I'm tired of this. Here's the other thing. Put emeralds in their own area. Just emeralds, just play emeralds. I don't want to fight them, okay? I'm not good enough to fight them. I get tired of dying from them, all right? Ugh. Make smokes respawn at least double the speed that they do. The only way to get them back is to die. It's super frustrating how slow they respawn. I think it's like 30 seconds per smoke grenade. So it's like a minute and a half or something crazy just to get them back. Make it like 15 seconds. It's smoke. It doesn't hurt anybody. Just give me like a new smoke every 15 to 20 seconds, all right? It's simple. It's simple. This one, you guys are probably gonna hate this one, and I don't know if it's a good idea, but make it more clear what the enemy team has for their loadout, at least for specialization, so I know what I can run against them. Here's the little catch-22 of that. As I know what they're doing, they also can see what I'm doing. So then, therefore, if I change my specialization to match theirs, they could change theirs. So I can see this is just kind of stupid, but yeah. Allow sights to be changed mid-game. While you're dead and you switch to your little gun, why can't I just see the different sights and switch to them? Why am I stuck with that sight that sucks when I want to be long range? If you don't want me to do that, then just make it so that if I have 3 medium characters and I change one of the characters to have one sight, make it so that sight gets affected to all the characters. I don't know why anyone would want to be a medium, for example, with an AKM that has one skin built out with a different freaking sight than another medium with a different skin to have a different sight on an AKM. That is confusing as I'm saying that out loud, but I don't want to accidentally run the revolver without the sight, even though I just put it on my other character and I didn't realize it. This one's gonna get hate for sure. Make the AKM, FCAR, FAMAS, all the automatic guns, make them easier to aim. I feel like I suck at aiming and the recoil makes it challenging. I feel like other people probably feel this, but I also think that the good people that get a hold of these guns and have virtually no recoil will just destroy. So, not sure about this one. It's just annoying having to memorize these recoil patterns on guns that you have to track really well with like 20 bullets just to kill somebody. It makes me not want to play them, so any of the machine guns I pretty much just prefer not to play because you have to just be accurate for so long. This one, oh my god. Fix vaulting over small objects. Poles, ladders, everything. Just fix the vaulting. I'm tired of getting stuck in the middle of something. I'll be fighting somebody, I'll run away and I'll jump, and then all of a sudden I'm vaulting a small pole in the middle of the air, and then I die because I get stuck essentially. Make it so like I have to look up specifically at the object I'm trying to jump over for that to register. Sometimes, for example, in Monaco, you can jump through a window and you'll vault awkwardly to like the left or the right instead of forward. Fix that. Just make vaulting a little bit smoother. Make it more clear that if I'm looking up at the thing, that's what I want to jump over. If not, I'm just jumping, you know? Okay, that's killed me a lot. This one I've definitely seen people talk about, but I just wanted to reiterate, especially in competitive modes with tokens, make the respawns have something like where you have to hold it for half a second or press it 3 times in quick succession. I'm tired of accidentally using my tokens, and I think a lot of people are fed up with that as well. So just half a second hold, have to hit space 3 times, just something. Okay, this one's also gonna get hate. Add the ability to do more while stealing a cash out. 7 seconds of staring at nothing is a long time. It is kind of fun because it's a little bit intense while like bullets are flying past you. It takes away from the general vibe of the game. The game, you're running around, you're killing people nonstop, you're breaking holes through things, and then you're holding E for 7 seconds. Hear me out. Give me the option to move around a little. Maybe I stay in the area, I continue to hold E, but I can spin in a circle around it. I can dodge a little bit. Or make it so the entire team, for example, can help you charge it. So it charges faster so that if there's 3 people holding E now, it only takes 4 seconds. Or make it so it's more like a king of the hill thing and we have to stand in a radius around it. If we have 3 people on my team, it goes from 15 seconds, we'll say, to 8 seconds, you know, but you're standing around it and you can shoot and you can move, you know, like the game was designed for. If you guys won't listen to that, at least just allow me to move the camera. Why do I have to hold E and stare right at it? Just allow me to look left and right and stuff. I don't know. Do it like Rust where you can like run and look behind you. Elbow registration with your little punches, right? Just make it a little more range maybe. Maybe make it so it's not so finicky because it's very specific. I don't want Call of Duty where it's just like you're stabbing in you know, a random direction and it kills somebody. I want a little more. Remove auto aim for controller on consoles. We don't get it in PC and they shouldn't either, all right? Fuck them. I'm sorry, fuck them. I know all the console players, every time I talk to any of them, they're like, oh, the revolver's really good. You just have to hit your shots and then they just get nonstop kills. It's because they have auto aim. Of course it's easy. Get rid of that. Get good. I say that and I suck. Okay, everybody's asked this one, but I'll just reiterate it. Add the sorry option. If I accidentally kill my teammate, for example, with gas or fire, or I push them off a cliff with a gravity pad, or I break their zip line early. Just allow me to say sorry. Easy. This one, all right? Make gas clear faster somehow. If you don't have fire, you're screwed, right? Sometimes I want to steal the cash out and it's just there and I can't do anything about it. I don't know how long gas goes. Let's say 20 seconds. It's a very long time. What if your whole team shoots at it, you know, and maybe it dissipates the air a little faster. So now instead of 20 seconds, it's 15. I'm not saying a lot, but hey, that would be awesome. You know, at least I can actively do something. Again, another point I'm making, actively doing things in the game instead of just standing around. Maybe you could do something with the gas. I don't know what exactly, but just make it go a little faster by us interacting with it. This one's good, I feel like, guys. I think you're gonna like this one. Make the APS take more damage from grenade launchers. Right now, I think it does 2.4 grenades will destroy it, if I remember correctly. I don't know their math behind it. So essentially throw 2 grenades and then hit it with a few shots. How about when you have a grenade launcher, it takes 8 shots. So you have to reload your gun and then shoot a few more. The medium grenade launcher has 5 bullets and the MGL has 6. You have 8 now, it's like kind of awkward. I think that would make the APS usable because right now, why do I even run it? If I put it on power shift and I put it on a platform, it's gone in like 5 seconds. Anyone with a grenade launcher, it's pointless. Okay, make the MGL have an alternative close range attack. Make alternative attacks in general, but we'll get into that in a second. I have a few suggestions. Your punches do more damage. Maybe instead of punching regularly, now you're hitting them with the gun. Because what do you do when a light runs up on you while you're carrying this gun? You die. There's nothing else you can do. Quick charge has been nerfed. You're fucked. Here's something I was talking with Dave.exe and he was saying maybe make it have different angles, explode differently. He was giving the analogy when you throw a pebble into the water, it sinks, right? But if you bounce it kind of at a different angle, it, you know, bounces across the water. Same exact concept. If you shoot it straight down, maybe make it instantly explode. It'll hurt you. You'll have a better chance of living at least. Or maybe make an alternative fire. What if, for example, when I shoot it, if I hold the shoot button down, it doesn't explode yet, but the moment I let go, it instantly explodes. So I can control the time of the detonation. And I get that would probably be unfair. All right, make that alternative fire do less damage. Make it so I can switch between the two. So I'm shooting regularly, a light runs up on me, I quickly switch to the alternative mode, and now I can control the explosion, but it only does maybe half damage. It's still something to make me not die. That's important. Make it so that I can turn off the cash out music. I edit videos in this game and the cash out music is kind of annoying and I can't do anything about it unless I want to turn off all the sounds. So just give that an option to turn off. Ugh. Do something with fire barrels. Like what am I supposed to do with this? Half the time I'm looking for an explosive barrel to break the floor that I'm standing on so that I can jump down and like save my cash out. All I use fire barrels for is if I can't find one of those, I throw a fire barrel, creates an explosion and fire, and now I have to jump through a hole that's on fire, hurting myself to be able to try to fight a team while I'm on fire. It's not really like usable, I feel like. Dave says that he likes to punch it and then I guess after exactly 5 seconds it explodes. So that's kind of cool. I've never done that, but the fire isn't big enough to actually cover the entire cash out stealing range. So I just find it kind of useless. The gas barrel can cover the entire area. The explosive barrel, like I said, can blow holes through things and hurt people. The glitch barrel, I don't know, sometimes you can throw it at people, I guess. It's okay. The fire barrel just doesn't do enough. Fix the goo barrel. Fix goo in general. Just make it always go from left to right of where you're standing. Make the center point of it where the goo starts from and it shoots out left and right. Because what happens when you use goo in this game is you throw it, half the time it comes directly at you and then stops you while you're moving. So you're trying to block off an area and now you've just f***ed yourself for no reason. Sometimes you throw the goo barrel and then it just bounces and you're like, why? I get that this game has a bunch of physics happening with like rubble everywhere. And so if you throw the goo at the rubble, it could like shoot off in a random direction because of that. Just don't. Make it so it sticks to my character's perspective and goes left to right of where I threw it. Always. That's it. I think I already mentioned this, but I'm gonna mention it again just because whatever. Add a free-for-all like Shipment from Call of Duty. It would be fun. Make it instant respawn. Have the option to vote on maps. I understand that some maps probably wouldn't get picked as often, but then, hey, maybe the devs could see, oh shit, nobody likes Kyoto. No one fucking likes Kyoto. Kyoto sucks ass. And then, you know, they'd realize, hey, everybody likes Monaco. Monaco's great. We should just always make everybody play Monaco. It's the best map. Speaking of Kyoto, add more zip lines and jump pads to Kyoto. This would make Kyoto better. It sucks getting around Kyoto. It's so big and is so barren. And I'm not sorry if you like Kyoto. You have a problem, it's you. No, this one's stupid. But when you reload a flamethrower, make it so that you throw the canister forward, maybe kind of like Borderlands. There's I think you can reload certain weapons and it shoots like a bomb at them. I don't know, it'd just be funny when you reload if you're just aiming at it. Does like 20 damage, 40, 100, ooh, 300. I said this before, but alternative fire modes, because fuck it. I don't know, it might be fun. I don't have anything else to add to that. Just would be funny if like my shotgun could become a sniper rifle. That'd be stupid, but you know, you get the point. Oh, allow barricades to have wall phasing so it's not so finicky. How do I define this? Say, for example, I'm running from an enemy and I run through a door and then I shut the door and then I want to put my little barricades up right by that door. And that's so that they don't run through the door and kill me. Well, half the time you try to put a barricade down, instead it gives a little orange box, like you can't set it there, and then you die. Yeah, that's really annoying. Just make it so it has a little bit of phasing through objects. That way I can do that. Spawns in World Tour. Give me the ability to spawn closer to the cashouts. Half the time I play World Tour, there'll be 2 cashouts that are scored in, right? One of them will be almost done, and the other one will have about 20 more seconds in it. 30, I don't know, something like that. The point is, you spawn me 80 meters to the one that I don't have time to get to, and 200 meters to the one that I could have time to get to if I spawn closer. But I can't get over there in time, so now I'm wasting both of these cashouts. Just put me in the middle of both of them. Spawn me between both of them. I know the issue here is that, oh, third partying or whatever. I don't know, man. That's part of the game, I feel like. You know, I like third partying. It's fun. If I'm losing, I switch. I go to the other team. I go, oh, the purple team's really good. I'm gonna fight pink team because they're not as good. I'm not a pro at this game. I just find that really annoying. That's all. Third party is cool, whatever. Screw it. They do it to me. I'm gonna do it back. Oh, fix the ability to see other players the entire game for no reason. I've had this happen probably 10 times. I feel like a cheater every time. I see them through everything. I'm not hacking. I want to make that clear. I'm not the one doing this. The game is. I'm not opposed to getting some free kills, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, fix that. This one, all right? This one's a little weird. Create a sponsored tech tree that allows you to pick skin customizations for your sponsor. So for example, as I'm completing the sponsor stuff, I get to a little tree in the road where I have 2 different items that I could get. It's either one helmet or another helmet. I'm like, oh, okay, I picked that helmet. And then it brings me further down the tree. Now I have these pants or these pants. Oh, well, these pants look cooler, so I picked that one. I think it'd just be fun, you know? Give me more customization options to make my sponsorship feel unique to me. And then who knows? You could be like, oh, once you complete one tech tree, you have to complete another. So you can complete the other side of it. Maybe I can unlock everything, you know? See, oh, addiction, you guys are thinking Embark, and I like gambling. The whole game feels like gambling. It'd make people wanna, you know, play longer to unlock the entire tree. Maybe you get some bonus every time you do one portion of that tree. Or if you're just a casual, you do what you wanted and then you quit and you play Call of Duty or whatever. I don't think this one's possible, but I've always wanted this. I think if I remember, there's a game that copyrighted side games within loading screens, but it would be really fun if I was sitting at the loading screen and I could play like Flappy Birds or something within the game. Something to kill time in the loading screen, even if it was Plunko. Plunko with my coins. Gambling. You guys like gambling in bar? This whole game feels like it was built around gambling with the coin sounds and all that. So just give me something to do while the game's loading. Let me gamble on my CS2 skins. This one I've also heard people say, but I'm just gonna emphasize it again. Fix the lag thing. I think it's when you have more friends. I have like 160 friends in this game, most of which I don't play with. I've added like once and then we're like, this was really fun. We should do this again. And then we don't. But make it so that lag goes away at the loading screen when I'm trying to play the game. This one I like. Patent in this idea, all right? Make some sort of buff gun or radius grenade that essentially, I was thinking the light because nobody likes the lights, right? Lights aren't team players. Well, let's make them team players. I already said let's do a healing grenade, but what about a buffing grenade? What if I throw a grenade on the ground and anyone, including bad guys, good and bad, that are standing in that can either do more damage, or they reload faster, or they move faster, or they're better, or they're gooder, or I get a sort of healing gun. Maybe I can hit it on both of my teammates at the same time, and now I'm buffing them so they do more damage. I've been told by Dave that this is essentially Frenzy Dust from Remnant. Add Frenzy Dust. There you go. All right, this next portion is specifically for streaming, private matches especially. I found it very challenging. I was playing with some viewers yesterday. It was really fun. Thank you guys for joining. Twitch.tv/WillyGaming. No, first one, there is no ability to pick teams. From what I can tell me if I'm wrong in the chat, but if I play powershift and I only get 8 people, which happened, it's gonna build the team out 5v3, not 4v4, like you would expect. So just make it so we can pick the teams that we're on. Maybe especially as me, the host of the private match, allow me to pick who's on which team, where they're going. Why is this not a thing? Okay, here's the other one. This one bugged me a lot. Every single game I play at the end, it would say that the match was still in progress. This was really annoying because I had to get everybody back into the game with a different lobby code, where I had to add random people and then they would invite me and then I'd know who they were and then I'd have to invite them back into the game. It was complex. It's just fix this, guys. Like, stop making it say that and making me rebuild the match every time. I don't know if that was a bug on this version or if it's always like that, but just make it so I can play another game off of that. Speaking of not being able to play another game off of that, allow me to change modes after I create the lobby. It was also really annoying if I started a game on quick cache, why can't I just switch to powershift right after? Like, why? I understand that part of the reasoning behind this is probably because powershift has 10 players maximum, or quick cache has 9, so there's different variations, and then cashout has 12. Just make it so there's more spectating roles then. Make it all 15 across the board. Quick cache has 9 with 6 spectating roles. Powershift has 10 with 5 spectating roles. That way it's 15 across the board. Speaking of lobby size, allow me to make a lobby that's bigger. Allow up to 30 players in the lobby. Make it 50, and then they queue in. And then you have a game going, and then it randomly assigns the people that haven't played into the next game. Or I choose who gets to play the next game. Ugh, that was so frustrating, guys. Just allow bigger lobbies so I can add different people in. I also started spectating to allow more viewers to play. Every time the person I was watching died, instead of the camera switching to another person, it would quickly switch to free cam. I don't know why it wouldn't just switch to another player. So that would be one fix. On top of that, make it so that something like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 switch between the people that are playing, okay? So on one team, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 switches between those players. So if I'm on powershift, on blue team, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 switches between them. Now make the scroll wheel switch between the different teams. So now I have complete control of who I'm viewing very quickly instead of just scrolling through every single player. Why? Another thing is, if you want to keep the code idea, for example, entering BHYU or 6969, and you won't allow different games to be played on the same lobby, then at least give me another code in advance so I can tell viewers in chat, hey, we're playing this one right now, but join on the next one. And then they jump into the lobby that could fit hopefully 30 people or something, right? And then I can queue them out and I can switch between the people in it. Ugh, come on, guys. Add team deathmatch and make it permanent. Everybody likes it. On top of that, with private matchmaking, allow it. I didn't see the option. It was kind of a bummer because I named the stream playing team deathmatch with the viewers, and then I couldn't put it in private matchmaking. Speaking of that, stop slowly rolling out different features for everything. If you're gonna make a new map, make it playable with all modes right off the bat when you release it. Make it on PowerShift. One thing that bugged me is that Bernal wasn't on World Tour for like ever. So it was like, hey, here's a new map. Fuckers, too bad you can't play it because World Tour is like the mode I play. Ugh, I'm getting ranty now. Allow forced customized loadouts that I can create as the private match host. So I would like to make everybody do flamethrowers. That'd be funny. We did that. It was really funny, actually. If you watch my live stream that I just did, everybody was throwing goo on the platform and flamethrowers. It was crazy. Everyone was a great sport too, but imagine if I had one rogue guy that was just being mean and just, you know, running around with LH1 killing everyone doing that. It would have taken away the fun. So make it so I can control the loadouts and make them really specific. So say, for example, I want 5 lights versus 5 heavies, or I want 5 lights that are all invisible with this gun and this gadget, and then all the heavies to have mesh shields or something. You know, give me that option because it was fun. It would give more variety to the game. Add mini objectives in team deathmatch like health regen packs or something that resets your gadgets. This is especially the case when you're playing heavy. Your health regen is so slow that there's no point. I'd rather just die and start over because it just takes so long to get the health back. And smoke grenades, for example, like I was just mentioning. So maybe you can run around the map and then there's specific spots that give you health back or start your health regeneration and resets all your gadgets. That's all I can think of, guys. If you can think of anything else, let me know. If you also hated this, then make sure to let me know in the comments about how shitty these improvements could be. All right, thanks.